Mm.
Oh no!
Wow.
Time we stream, so now hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. I'm LB Hackemup, and I'm down here in the corner now. Hello, I usually live over there, but tonight I'm down here. We're back with the Scooby Squad. We're gonna play a new.
But that's what we're called?
Yes,
I
the
love
Scooby
it.
Squad.
Cute.
I love that.
Would you
I'm
do
here
it for
for
a
it.
Scooby Squad?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Like
we're
Scoob.
We can't even get through the intro, guys.
Nope.
We can't even do it. We're
Did
back,
you expect
baby.
anything
We're
different?
back, baby. We're gonna go around and have everybody introduce themselves, but first, channel update information. Next week is gonna be very normal. Thursday, they're gonna do party games. Friday, Ren and I will actually be finishing Split Fiction this week because we thought we were gonna finish it last week and we just didn't. It's too much content. And then on Sunday, we will not be doing this. We're going to be doing this game every other week, but we are going to be playing Monster Con with some people who are in chat already. We're going to be doing the new game that just came out, the Monster Prom Saga. Danny has already played it before, and he is going to help us through. So it's very exciting. And then we'll be back on this the week after for 3 full episodes. So let's go around and have everybody say who they are and who they're playing tonight. We'll start with Kujo. So take it away.
Oh, I'm Kujo of Kujo Plays Games. I want you to know 10 seconds earlier, Ian messaged me, do the bark, do the bark, do the bark. Anyway, hi, I'm Kujo. I will be playing Reese, the luminous Domeskai trainer. I'm very excited. I'm so excited for this. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, I forgot that I have to tell everybody who's going next. I usually post
Yeah.
it. Serenity, you're next.
Hi, I'm Serenity. Tonight I will be playing Matilda, pronoun she, it, and I'm playing your shadowy goth GF.
Walle.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Walle, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. Today, I am playing. What's my character? Yeah, my character name is. Listen. Okay, we all fucked up our intros. All right.
I did just fine.
You did a bark.
fine.
You did a bark. Serenity, you blinked one too many times. I don't know. I'm fishing for stuff.
Serenity, we have a blink budget. You can't blink so
Yeah,
much.
we can't
So
blink.
sorry, you guys.
We're
I
gonna
can't
get
stop. I'm sorry.
But yes, I am playing Drake, the metal Domeskai trainer.
I'm LB Hackemup. I'm going to be playing Amber, and I'm going to be my gemstone trainer for tonight. I'm so excited, guys. And of course, our GM, Greg. Please take it away.
Hello, it is me. You have probably seen me on this channel before because I ran my other games for them, which is Glitter Hearts and the Mystery Business. This is my new one. Unlike my other ones, this game isn't out yet because of the world. And because of that, I will take a quick moment to explain how this game works, how we actually play this game. So this is Domeskai Tamers. It's my new game. I'm hoping we'll be able to kickstart it this year. Look, the world is on fire, so I can't make any promises about anything. But this is what's known as a dice pool system. You will all have various stats and groups to pull from. You will pull together your dice pool and roll those dice. Anything that is a 5 or higher is a success. If any of those dice come up as a 1, I add a complication. So, in general, you only need 1 success to do a thing. So, in most cases, it will just be a single, I have a 5, it's a success, and we'll go on from there. One thing is you can only pull 1 die from each type of pool. So on your character sheets, you have your basic stats. So those stats are broken up into things you do with your body, things you do with your mind, and how you interact with the world. Body, mind, and presence. Everything is going to fall under one of those categories. If it's not falling under those categories, I don't know what we're doing. We'll figure it out. There are vocations in this world. There are a bunch of things that people do. Most common are battlers. They go out into the world and they battle. There are also caregivers who take care of both Domeskai and people. There are performers who put on shows or also enter the pageant system that exists in the world. There are collectors whose whole reason to be out there is just to collect a bunch of Domeskai and see how they work. There are researchers who do research into the world, the Domeskai, history, whatever they like researchers. There are explorers. Here's the thing. These creatures are forces of nature and keep actively changing how the world works and what the world looks like. So people will say, "Oh, you just walk down that path and you'll get there." And you walk down that path and suddenly it's a forest or it's a snowscape. So there are a lot of explorers who are out there just literally trying to figure out what the world is and try to keep everybody updated as best they can. And then there are crafters. These are the people that make things. They make outfits and equipment and things you need in the world. In the middle are bonds. Bonds are your connections with everybody. Everybody who exists, you four will have bonds with each other. So as long as you're in a scene, you can say, "Oh, I'm helping," to say how you're helping, and you get to add your bond die. There is one exception to this rule. It's not really an exception, but it is something to pay attention to, is you will also have bond with your Domeskai. So you have to choose. You can only ever choose one bond. So who are you bonding with? What are they doing? How are you using them? So if you're going to use your Domeskai for something, that is taking up your bond die, and not your friends. There's only what you can only pull from one. You have backgrounds and goals. Backgrounds and goals are tied together. It's either something from your background or it's pushing towards your goal. You're going to add that in. As things happen, as you take stress, strain, any sort of anything, your strain die will go up. You don't ever use your strain die unless you really feel like you should. Strain die I get to use against you. So I will roll it sometimes to see if things go bad. You can, as you get higher strain die, say I'm pushing myself because I want to get out of a sticky situation. You can add your strain die at that point at the cost of increasing your strain after that die roll is over. And keeping in mind that you may still fail and add strain that way. If you ever hit a full 12 on strain, you are maxed out. If you would take another level of strain, you white out. You are no longer able to participate until you get a chance to recover. We will cover how all the Domeskai work when you actually get them because you don't have them yet. And in fact, you have arrived at the premier university in the region. So we are in the Nord-Soda region. It's a region in the upper north middle of this large continent. I will work out in future expansions exactly what the continent looks like. We aren't there yet because we only have the one. But as per law, nobody is allowed to own, tame, use in their daily life a Domeskai until they have been licensed and they're 18 or older. And so you have all arrived to officially get your license and start whatever you're going to do in this world. So you have all arrived at campus. It is a gorgeous campus. It's mostly brick buildings. There were more roads here. Roads have somewhat become obsolete because it's incredibly difficult to maintain a car. There are a lot of Domeskai that are lightning types that love to feast on electricity, and more often than not, you will come out to your car to find that the battery is dead. And so, because of that, a lot of people have given up on owning personal vehicles and instead use public transit, or more often than not, everybody just walks everywhere. It's just easier to walk, see what the world is, see how everything is going. So you have found yourself on this campus. You go to the first brick building that is off to your left, which is the slated building for you to finish your paperwork and actually start the licensing process. So my question to all of you is, do you all know each other before coming? I know two of you know each other, but what about the rest of you?
I'm down. I mean, I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Kinda.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
I think Amber is the very much like, oh, we're best friends now kind of person. Uh, so yes, especially I feel like with Matilda, who is, I assume, not that person. She's like, I've adopted you. We're gonna do things together.
You've adopted the meanest looking introvert you've ever seen in your life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, she's just really sweet when you get to know her.
I'm sure.
But yeah, so did we like it? Like obviously, I assume it's like middle school, high school, sort of normal uh situations. Do we want to have known each other from school or?
I would say yeah. I think we knew each
Yeah.
other from like way back in the day. I would
Okay.
say.
How old
Yeah.
is everybody?
I honestly was thinking like maybe 20. I was leaning towards maybe like 19.
Yeah. Then I would. Yeah. Whatever your age is my age.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
What?
I'm like a year, give or take, either way. I'm
Mhm.
good.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 21
Okay.
because I don't know what the alcohol laws are here, but I think it'd be fun.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd be down. 21.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so we have 2 people that are 21 and 2 people that are 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, so as you enter into this auditorium slash classroom, you are the only 4 there. This isn't that uncommon because people are coming and going. Licensing isn't like their specific set times. You've already sent in and paid all the fees. This is mostly just to finish off the paperwork, get your pictures taken, all the various things. You don't wait for very long before a man about your age comes in a lab coat. He is holding a clipboard, walks in. Okay, you are our new licensees. I'm just going to go through the names real quick to make sure that everybody is here. So if you can just say present or hello or whatever you need, just let me know that you're here. Okay, so first I have Amber.
Hi, I'm Amber. I'm a Pisces, and I'm just so excited to be here and get our licenses.
Okay, great. All right. Drake.
Yo, what's up, Drake? How's it going?
All right, excellent. Matilda.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. And oh boy, these names are always so tough. Reese,
It's Reese, darling. Hi, I'm present.
Reese.
Wonderful to see you.
All right, great. All right, well, everybody's here. Everybody's accounted for. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, so I just need you to sign your paperwork. Uh, you've all read this before. It was sent to your homes a while ago. It's just, you sent it in with your application. I just do need to see you officially sign them in person. So I'm just going to go to each of you in the order that I called. Just to go ahead and sign your paperwork. So we'll just get that right up. And so he walks over in order, just has a pen and the piece of
Oh, I
paper.
brought my own. It's sparkly. Is that okay?
No, unfortunately, these are official documents, so it can only be in black ink, official black ink.
Drake
Okay.
leans over to Matilda. Matilda, were we supposed to bring our own pencils?
They can suffer if they can't deal with it. Don't worry about it.
Crap.
It's fine. You're
Reese,
fine.
Reese.
What's wrong? What is it? What happened?
Do you have an extra pen? Because it looks like we're supposed to bring pencils, but
Oh.
I didn't bring mine.
I didn't, but I have this beret.
Bro, your beret is fantastic, but
Thank
it doesn't
you.
help the situation I'm in right now.
Well, we could just throw money at them, and then maybe they can give us one of theirs.
I mean, that works at times, but I don't think, you know what? Don't worry, I'm gonna wait. I got it. And like he leans back in his seat looking pretty pensive right now.
Okay, so thank you, Amber. All right, Drake, you're next. Here's the pen. Here's your piece of paper.
He takes the pen and he presses it against the paper and he signs it like really hard. DRAKE, and it snaps in half after he signs the E. This is why I bring my own pencils. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
god,
don't
you're
worry.
so strong.
That,
Mhm.
no, not a
I
worry.
work on it.
Just oh, the ink is all over your hand. Okay, so just put
Yeah.
that off
You
to
know
the
what?
side.
Hold on. Huh? I got a way to solve this. And he takes his thumb and just puts it right where the E was supposed to be. There. Take that.
All right. You know, as long as you can keep doing that anytime you have to sign something from now on going forward, that's fine. Is this your official signature or do I need to like go get another copy? I don't care, but if this is how you officially sign your name, that's fine. I just need to
Yep.
verify.
Yep. That's great. Rock on.
All right, wonderful. All right, I'm going to go over here. Just you can keep that half of that pen.
Oh,
It's yours.
sweet. Thanks.
It's a free gift.
Got
One of
half
many
of
free
it.
gifts you'll be getting today. Just go over here and get another pen. All right. Matilda, if you could just go ahead and sign.
So she's gonna take the broken half of the pen from Drake and she's just going to stab it into the paper. So it's just this big like ink splotch. There you go.
Okay, again, this
God.
is official. This is an official document, and if that's your official signature, I just need to make sure that you can replicate that for anything that you need to sign going forward. So just a verbal yes, I'll be able to replicate that, and that is my official signature, and we'll be good to go.
Yep.
Perfect. It's now your problem, not mine. All right, and Reese, if you can go ahead and sign.
Oh, I'll approach and sign in the most calligraphic, like, there you are.
All right. Well, I can tell that you have practiced that a lot, and you will
I
be able
have.
to replicate that for all time.
Mhm.
So I'm satisfied. Great. So I'm just gonna go file these, and then Professor Laurel will be in to sort of walk you through the next steps, and just sort of talk to you about what happens next. It was lovely to meet you all. I'm excited for you to start whatever you're gonna start. I don't know. I'm not your parent, so I'm
I would
going to
never hurt
go.
my dad.
And
I mean, I would never
Professor
hurt my
Laurel
parent.
will be in just a minute. And so
Okay.
he wanders off out back, and you're left alone for a little bit.
Such an unsightly coat he was wearing.
Yeah, of course it's not our parents because I mean our dad could totally beat him up.
Mm.
Is that true? Is your dad super strong?
Mhm.
Yeah, my dad could do like 200 push-ups.
Oh my god.
Without stopping.
Yeah.
Whoa! And like, is your mom like super creative like you, Reese?
She maybe helped me design my first garment.
Oh my god. That is so cool though.
I'm so excited to design for my Domeskai.
Oh my god, are you gonna like get little outfits for him?
Well, that's the idea. That's the goal.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Domeskai Fashion League. It's going to be wonderful.
I'm gonna collect them. I mean, obviously I'm gonna take care of them, but there's so many different ones out there. I want one of each, and I want them to live in their own little places, and they can like play together, and I can make sure that their coats are super shiny or like super rough, depending on which one it is. I'm just so excited to see all of them. I mean, I feel like we've only seen like two. I mean, I'm sure we've seen more than that, but you know what I mean.
Me, I know what I want to do. I'm gonna be the strongest Domeskai trainer ever.
You totally are.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna be the strongest. I mean, my Domeskai is gonna be powerful, but me, I'm gonna be the strongest one. Like
Oh.
everybody out there, they want to have strong Domeskai, but you know what I believe? I believe a strong Domeskai trainer means a strong Domeskai. So you know, it's kind of like give and take kind of thing. You know, we boost each other up, we lift each other while they lift. You know, that kind of stuff.
Symbiotic strengths.
Right, symbiotic strength.
Exactly like that.
She turns to Matilda. What are you looking forward to?
Whatever occurs. I mean, I'm just gonna be here, so I'm not too concerned about it. But I really want to fight something.
Mm.
Maybe.
Tilda, you every single day, every time you open your mouth, you spray words that hit my heart and soul, that rock me to my core. Every single day, I want to write ballads about you, and I want to write epic poems about you and your legacy as a Domeskai trainer from here on to this day. Songs will be sung about you, and I will pen them.
You're disgusting.
I'm disgusting about you.
I feel like there's like a little like push, like a stop
He was like,
it.
oh.
He doesn't move at all.
He does.
Solid.
LB merch
Yeah.
idea. I'm disgusting about you.
Fair. I'll write it down. Write it down.
So while you're chatting, a woman that you would estimate is in her either late 30s, early 40s. She's about 5'6". She has big mass of blonde curly hair and some very nice round gold rimmed glasses. She wanders in. She's got a book in her hand. She's reading something on a cell phone and comes in. Ah, the new group. Welcome. I'm Professor Hannah Laurel. I am the head researcher here at the university, and I'll be walking you through your next steps of the process. So, before we get started, just a little history, maybe in order. Uh, it's funny, most of you probably don't remember that there was a world before Domeskai arrived, or, the long firm domesticated kaiju, but that became too clumsy to say. So we did end up just shortening it in the vernacular for everybody around. But it is a big part of my research to understand where this all happened. There is historical evidence that Domeskai were once a part of our society, and then at some point, many, many, many years ago, they simply disappeared. It is my theory that the most important date of history was August 16th, 1987, also known as the harmonic convergence. Does anybody know what the harmonic convergence is? What that means? Yes. Yeah.
Please, no, it's
Reese.
okay. No, please.
Reese.
Oh, sorry. I don't know the answer. Who did your hair? It looks wonderful.
Oh, this is natural because I don't have a lot of time to actually take care of it.
Well, it is divine. I don't know the answer to the question.
Okay.
Amber, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. I don't know. LB doesn't know. Amber might know.
Well, let's make a roll for it and see if
Okay.
Amber does know. So, how are you building your pool? What do you think you're adding in for your dice?
I think researcher makes sense for this, and
Okay.
mind,
Okay.
because that would make the most sense. And perhaps because I am an apprentice,
Mhm.
and to a doctor, could I then use that
Yeah.
as well?
Sure.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that's all good.
So I need a 5 or a 6.
5 or higher.
5 or all right. Oh, no 5s. No 1s, though.
All right. You rack your brain, and it is such a weird and random date
Ooh,
that you just no clue.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I got nervous.
It's okay. August 16th, 1987, known as the harmonic convergence. That is when a rare occurrence happens when all of the planets in the solar system lined up perfectly. It is my belief that upon that moment, something changed here on Earth. You may have seen in the history books that the world was on a much different trajectory all through the 70s and 80s. And that day, something did happen. I like to believe that the Domeskai felt it was necessary to come back to Earth to set us on a better path. And in that, we also began to see the importance of nature and living more in harmony with nature. We, I think, turned away from a darker future towards a more enlightened path. So I call that day Domeskai Day. I have not actually gotten that out into the world that people will accept that, but that is part of what my research does. Is I'm researching the history and gathering the evidence. But really, most people will say it was the changeover to the year 2000 that, of course, brought proof unequivocal that Domeskai walked upon us. Yes. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to learn any of your names. Um,
Matilda.
Matilda.
Don't you think it's pretty hypocritical to say that the light is better than the darkness, and actually this could be the bad timeline when everything changed and the planets aligned?
Perhaps. We don't really know.
Hmm.
But I am choosing to see what is happening to the world as a positive. There are definitely groups out there that you may have run into who believe that the Domeskai are worse for our world. And that is certainly something we are aware of. It could actually be a much darker turn now that these literal forces of nature walk among us, but hopefully people like myself and perhaps even you will help prove that we are in a better world.
My point wasn't that they're bad, but just saying the darkness is bad when
Oh,
shadows accentuate light.
oh, yes, they absolutely do. Shadow types are incredibly interesting, Domeskai. They are quite varied. Um, some of them are quite scary if you are afraid of those things, but some of them are not. Well, and of course, I see on your paperwork what you did request. So, what other questions do you have? Of course, you've lived in this world. You've never lived in a world that didn't have Domeskai. So, of course, you know all about the tournament, all
Yeah.
the tournaments, the entire pageant system. Those are important parts of our world. If you have any questions about those, I'm more than willing to answer as best I can.
I have a question.
Yes, yes, Amber,
Um,
yes.
um, so when do we actually are we gonna get our pets today? Not pets. I'm so sorry. Are we gonna get our companions today?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. They are organizing those in the ranches as we speak. But I just like to make sure that everybody has as much information as they need before we jump right in. Because I have found that in general, once you have your new companions, nothing else matters.
Mm-hmm. Um, how do we? Where do we keep them?
That is an excellent question. Most of you will have your ranches uh, registered here. However, I do see on your paperwork, Amber, that you are working with one Dr. Ted
Yes.
and that he has, I'm assuming it's a he, you can correct me if I'm
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
No. Yes.
Uh, he has his own farm and ranch where yours will be linked up to and will arrive there.
Okay.
Is
Yes.
that correct?
Yes.
Oh, right. Excellent.
And
Yes,
anyone else can
Matilda.
keep theirs there if they want to too. Sorry.
You
Smart
saved
thing.
me my words. That was my question.
Oh, yes, there are multiple branches throughout the region. If there's one that works better for where you are going to be based out of than ours, we just simply need to discover that, send us some information, tell us where we need to sync those up, and we will make the necessary arrangements to transfer them to that new ranch. I do ask that you would consider staying with us so that I can help me with my work and our research, but of course that is not necessary.
We'll talk.
All right. Any other questions? Anything about the pageant system, tournament system? Uh,
I'm curious about the pageant system. What does that mean specifically?
so much like the tournaments, each city has their own pageant. They will run pageants. As you participate in pageants, you will earn what is known as pageant points. The more pageant points you have, the higher in the rankings you become. It is a ranked system, like all things, so that it is not fair for a new tamer who goes out into the world to be facing somebody who's been in the circuit for 30 years. So you will each city has their own take on what the pageant will look like. In general, you will earn points for how you place first, second, or third. Those will award X amount of points, and as you have more points, you will raise up in the rankings. So anybody who has 30 points or less is considered a beginner in the pageants and also in the tournament section. Anybody who is between 31 points and 75 points is considered an intermediate, and anybody who is over 75 points, 76 and higher, is considered an expert. Of course, for all of these events, not only do you earn points, but it is also how you earn money. There are cash prizes awarded to the first, second, and third who come into play. Pageants do run a little bit differently, of course, since it is all about the show. Tournaments are just pure battling. You will take on whoever is in the tournament, and it is a bracket system. You will, if you lose, you lose. You are out of the tournament, and that is where you are placed. In pageants, it's much the same way, except there are generally 3 rounds of events. The first one is really just all about showing off your Domeskai, showing off uh, how you have addressed them, how they look, and any sort of spectacular moves that you have come up with. The second round is, of course, the question and answer round. They will ask you questions. Sometimes it's about Domeskai, sometimes it's about the world, sometimes it's about yourself. The judges will look at how you answered your question and then rate accordingly. The final round is what is often known as the display of power. Uh, Generally, there's not a battle that happens in pageants, but they do want to see something powerful, a move that is big, flashy, or unusual, something that makes them understand that you know how the basics of Domeskai powers work, but also how you can manifest that into the world. Some pageants have been known to also decide to pit two pageant people against each other for the display of power, to have a small battle, to do one attack at each other, and sort of see how that goes. At the end, at the end of the pageant, all the points are rounded up from the 3 rounds, and they are scored at judging, and you are judged accordingly. The person that has won the most points in the pageant becomes first place, and then on down for first, second, and third.
I'll take one of those, please.
You are more than welcome to, with your new license, attend any city within the region. There will be schedules of the events listed and posted. Oh, as you all, of course, probably know, cell phones are slightly unreliable, as are computers. Uh, Artificial Domeskai are a thing, and some of them do roam through the internet. So it is not uncommon for your data or messages to accidentally get eaten by a wild Domeskai as they are traveling through the electronics. It is important to sort of have backups. We do rely a lot on paper now, but I will not say. I will say that a phone call, sending a quick email, those things generally go unnoticed. But if you're going to say send a large file through, the big files do tend to be quite delicious. and often don't make it to their end game. It does make sharing information amongst us researchers a bit more difficult, but that is one of the benefits of so many tamers out there. One thing that a lot of people do is they just pick up odd jobs to carry messages to various cities, carry. I have sent many maps, research papers to my colleagues in other cities through using tamers, as it is easier for them to maneuver throughout the world. Things move a little bit slower, but again, we are living a much slower life now than
Mhm.
we did before. Yes, Matilda.
You know, the artificial domesticai, they sound interesting. How do you get one?
So, generally, if some people say if they're lucky, one will show up on their cell phone because they have a large data file available. Um, Sometimes they just pop out into the world from a computer terminal or somebody else's phone to look around before jumping back in. Like all Domeskai, it really varies when you'll run into one. I will say that the capital city, Vattenberg, which really is very, very old, you rarely see them there. But the Electric City, its twin city on the other side, Evalopolis, they have a lot of electricity. They do a lot of rock shows. I'm sure you've heard a lot of concerts. They are also a hub of electricity, of data, and many more just end up showing there. There are probably, if I remember correctly, there are certain people who know exactly how to lure these more artificial internet domeskai to places where you might be able to catch them. And sometimes in that city, they just show up and are looking for a cell phone to enter or a computer to jump into to make their new home. They are very strange creatures. I will say that I haven't had a chance to really investigate them much. I haven't, one has not been sent to our ranches. So I am looking forward to finding some. Yes, Amber.
I just want to know what's the morality behind using artificial domeskai as opposed to like normal ones? Does it, are they like created on a server somewhere and they like use up a lot of malware, like a lot of processing power, and it's like killing the forest and stuff?
Well, they, like every other Domeskai, are living creatures. They just exist in a different form. How they are created, they certainly don't seem to be human created, if that is a concern. They
Okay.
appeared just like all the others. Where they come from, how they manifest, uh, that is a question that we all have.
Hmm.
Um, but they are fascinating creatures, just like all of them.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure because I know AI sucks.
Oh, yes. The limited amounts of AI that were being started in the 90s also created large pools of data. And depending on how you look at it, unfortunately, most of that data was eaten. And it is difficult to create large scale programs like that. Uh, but I will say, humans love to find a way, and so many. And this could be of interest to any of you if this is a future path. But many corporations now hire Domeskai tamers who specialize in artificial types and use those to patrol their servers to keep their communications safe. Some of them do actually send their Domeskai along with large email messages and send them out to make sure it gets to their destination and then have them return. It is the ways that Domeskai have changed our world are numerous, which is why, while I firmly believe things are moving towards the better, it's only really been a few years
Mhm.
since we have fully lived in this brand new world.
Thank you.
Yes.
I got a question. All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
this is
Yes.
really great. Like technical stuff. But I was wondering, how's it the what is the proper etiquette of challenging someone else for a battle in a public space?
Well, anybody in a public space, you can approach them. If they have a Domeskai, you may ask, I'm interested in battling with you. And they always have the right to agree or refuse. Um, Now, I will say that these battles are meant to be friendly competitions, and you do not earn money off of those things. However, we all know that people like to raise the stakes. So I have heard that it is not uncommon for people to bet, say, half the money they have on themselves and put that forward in their battle to make sure that everybody is invested. Again, that is not that is decided between the people as they decide to battle. Official tournaments, all beginner tournaments and pageants are free to enter. You are allowed to enter those for free, as we do with all beginners, and then there are entrance fees for intermediate and expert levels. Again, just to verify that you have enough points and that you have the ability to enter those tournaments. Yes, Matilda.
So, are there any type of items or things we might be able to buy or use that are good for our Domeskai to upgrade them, make them stronger?
There are a wide variety of items that exist in the world. Um, in general, it is things that artificially enhance their strength or force them to become something that they are not meant to be is, well, frankly, that's illegal. However, because the pageants exist, dressing them up, giving them outfits and supporting them, those are perfectly within reason. All of the, of course, capture crystals, there are wide varieties and types and shapes of those because those are necessary to capture your Domeskai. But anything that would alter them significantly is not allowed.
So, in a situation where they could, say, evolve and that could change how they do so if you have something, even if it's willing based off the Domeskai, it's illegal or is that fine?
Well, evolution is a different process that we're still trying to understand. Evolution seems to happen either because we have seen it in the wild based off of the Domeskai, and we do not understand that process. But for a Domeskai partner, it does seem that it's driven off the bond between the Domeskai and its tamer. All right, so we're going to go to OOC here to explain this part of the game. So, every Domeskai, if you look, has what's called an evolution rating. The evolution rating is when your bond with your Domeskai matches that evolution rating, you can decide from that point forward to let them evolve. So they will evolve once they've reached that bond level with you. They don't have to. That is a choice you will make as a player to say, oh, I'm at bond level 8. My Domeskai can evolve at bond level 8. I'm going to choose to do that or choose not to. The thing about Domeskai is their base stats, their vitality, the only way those can ever get improved is by evolution. Those are always set in stone. The only thing that you will ever be able to change through experience points are their shared stats, which we will cover when you actually get your Domeskai. But yes, evolution is in the game. And for partner Pokemons, it's when you have a strong enough bond, you can choose to let them evolve. And we're back in the room. So, evolution is a complicated process, one that we are still very much trying to understand. But uh, I have seen many Domeskai evolve quickly thanks to the wonderful friendship and bond they have with their tamer.
Okay.
All right. I've babbled along. I'm sure you're tired of listening to my history lessons, and except for maybe Amber, who's wanting to be a part of this whole researcher world a little bit. This is probably boring. So, shall we head to the ranches and we can introduce you to your new partners?
Yes, please.
So excited.
All
Nice.
right. So she turns around and heads out the main door, expecting you all to follow. Um, you step out and she takes an immediate left and you see like a long mall that is just pure grass. It's an open area. There are buildings along the sides of various classrooms. There are students wandering because this is actually a full university that does more than just Domeskai research. It is an actual university that still has regular courses because the world still exists and people still do things like math and speak foreign languages and all of those things.
Boo! Math!
Yeah.
Boo!
Boo!
And at the end of this long mall, this large grass open area, you see a large brick research building, and behind it are three giant domes made out of glass. They look like large greenhouses. And she's just hustling on down, uh, heading straight to those buildings. She's, looking at her book in one hand. She's occasionally checks her phone on the other. Uh, she's not really paying attention to any of you. She's just assuming you're all following. Anything you want to do? Look around, notice, spot while you are making your way to the ranches.
I'm going to do the thing that I always do when I'm out in public, and that is people watch and critique their outfits while marking them down in my journal.
All
Oh,
right.
skirt is too long. Oh, your hair is beautiful, but that necklace doesn't go well.
Make
Oh,
me. I'm gonna have you. What do you think you would use? Build a dice pool about noticing people's outfits.
I think that that is probably going to be mind and crafter.
Okay.
Will that work? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Anything else
Also,
you think you would add in?
um, can I can I add my background, rich and bougie, in on that?
You sure can.
um, I think that's kind of it. I'm just gonna do those.
Okay.
I got a 6.
All right.
Those.
As you are walking down and paying attention, you do notice there is a woman who uh, has a gorgeous brooch on that she seems to be talking to. And you realize that that is a Domeskai.
Oh, oh my god. This is Kujo. Oh my god. That is so adorable. Okay, it's fine. Um, the moment I see that there are Domeskai that present as fashion,
Mm-hmm.
my eyes go wide. Oh, please. Oh, I want one of those. One of those. Those are so pretty. Oh, I could color coordinate with the gem in the middle. That'd be so pretty. And basically like 100% blatantly staring at this one and her Domeskai, hands on my cheeks.
You're not making. You didn't roll a one for complications. She's not really paying attention to you. You just sort of see her pass by.
Drake,
Yeah.
I know I signed up for Luminous. The Luminous type. Do you think that was Luminous or do you think that was Gemstone?
Oh no, I think it was a green type.
Oh, okay. Is there a
I mean,
green
I mean, even if it's a green type, doesn't mean you gotta like, only have luminous. I mean, if you find a green type in the wild, that means you could probably find a green type and also train that one too.
Hmm.
I mean, it doesn't mean you
Diversify
gotta
the portfolio.
exactly.
Hmm.
I think it's actually a gemstone.
There you go. It's a gemstone.
I
Now
hope
you
you get
know.
one of
You
those.
actually might know, since you have been in apprenticeship. If you want to try to figure out exactly what this one is,
Yeah.
you could certainly make that roll.
Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, mind researcher. An apprentice.
Sure.
Again.
If you
Yeah.
want, I'm happy to try to help by just like over explaining it in your ear while you're thinking. Just like it's green and gold and oblong and oval and it has 13, 14, 15 and starts just counting the gems around the side.
I got a 1.
Okay. You have not ever seen this before. You don't even know what it's called. You don't know what type it is. Uh, you just nope, drawing a blank.
Well, I would assume so because it is like it looks like a gem, but I don't actually know exactly what kind it is. It's kind of gemmy and stony and really pretty.
Hmm. Well, I think that counts anyway.
Hmm.
Regardless, I hope you get one of those. They'd be so pretty
Oh
on
my
you.
god.
Where would you have them?
Oh my god. Maybe like right, and maybe I wear it in my hair so that it's right next to my ear, and it could be like right next to my brain and make me smarter or something.
But what if it has a pin in it? Why would you want something so sharp near your head?
Well,
Fashion is pain, darling.
and you're sharp, and I like you close to me.
Ugh. I feel like there's like that moment, like she doesn't move further away, but she just like,
I
Gross.
love that we're making it so hard for Serenity to play this character.
I love it so
it's
much.
terrible. I'm like, I want to. Before we continue, I think Matilda would go over to Drake and go, "Hey D, would you do something for me?"
Anything for you. I would burn cities for you.
Good. I need you to make me the most badass, most heartfelt song that's very long, because then I can use it to try to get one of those artificial Domeskai. And if it's lost, that's even more metal because it's a lost love song.
A song, a ballad about a Domeskai warrior who left the battlefield and taking a long journey home just to meet his loved one. But he doesn't even know that back home that loved one is being suited by many other Domeskai at the same time. So he makes this journey, hoping that one day he'll arrive home to his loved one and family. God, that is metal as fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Hell yeah.
Is this Lincoln Park with a strep throat?
I don't. I'm not certain, but it's going somewhere.
I'm here for this. I'm here for it. Oh.
All right. Anything else? She has Professor Laurel has gone way ahead. She's in the. She's standing by the front door, holding the doors open for you all.
Oh, sorry. We should probably go.
Jaws.
All right. She takes you into the
Click,
main
click,
research
click, click,
building,
click.
and it is full of researchers. There are students. There are assistants. There are people moving all about. There's papers and books. Like every room seems to just have tons of paper, books that are open. I mean, you're used to not seeing a ton of computers around, so there are only a few. They stand out simply because you just don't see them much anymore. Um, and there's a couple people who are working on sort of a couple of typing away. They look up and see Professor Laurel and then just go back to work. She takes you through. It's just pretty much a straight shot corridor down this long sort of marble corridor out into a set of double doors that enter into an incredible landscape. You enter this first giant greenhouse dome, and it is like it's like the entire world miniaturized. There's forest, there's a small mountain, there's a lake, there's a river, there's a large open field. And she stops. So this is an example of our ranches. We have 3 here. And the purpose of the ranches is to actually allow us to care for the Domeskai that are brought to our facility. So it is a common misconception. People think this all the time, and it is absolutely silly. They believe that the Domeskai live in the crystals. That is absolutely not true. What that does is it forms a bond between you and your Domeskai, and the Domeskai is actually sent to our ranch to be taken care of. Most people in the world only have one, and so they actually don't use our ranches that often. They'll keep it out with themselves and go about the day. They enjoy having the companionship. But for those people who are in the tournament sessions, who do sort of a lot of jobs, who have many Domeskai, uh, most of them live on the ranch. You are able to keep 5 sort of in active status. So at any time, you'll have 5 crystals that we consider active. That means that you'll be able to summon them from the ranch to your side at a moment's notice. If you want to switch out which ones are currently active, should you say have more than 5, you just need to spend an hour or so deactivating the crystal and activating a new one that will actually let your Domeskai here know that they are on call, as we like to say, and can be summoned to your side at any moment. As you've seen, people either have them at their side or just keep them here. Or they'll keep them in their homes. It's really up to them how they keep their Domeskai companion. But as you see, we have created every possible region and type and habitat to make sure that any Domeskai that you send to us, we are able to research and study and care for and make sure that they are happy, healthy, and prepared for when you should need them out in the field, so to speak. What questions can I answer about that? And of course, Amber, yours will be going to Dr. Ted's ranch to be taken care of there.
Are they here? Are they like in this room with us?
Actually, they will be here shortly. Now that we've arrived, I sent my assistants off to fetch the ones that were listed on. Well, we've tried to match your preferences up as best we could based off of what was on the paperwork and questionnaire that you filled out. So, oh, I think they're coming. Who wishes to go first?
Drake will step forward.
Ah, yes. You had metal, the metal type on yours. We did work
Yeah.
with a wonderful rancher south of here, and they sent us up one of their prides. And this is comes over with a crystal and hands it to you. And when you touch it, you feel this sort of weird mystical connection just click in. It is now unmistakably you two are connected. And there's a quick flash of light as the Domeskai is transported from the farm where they found this in Apifaltal, which is to the south, and this beautiful, majestic red and green pony appears and turns to face you. This is Nordala.
It's a pony. It's a pony. It's a pony.
You've been asking for one for Christmas for so long. Now you have one.
I wanted a pony ever since I was a kid. Oh my god, it's finally happened. Oh my god.
He walks over to this majestic creature, kneels down in front of it, gently holds out both hands to it to, offer his hands to it as like a sign of friendship.
Uh, let's make a roll.
Oh boy, yeah. Oh
Uh,
no. Let's go. Let's go.
so this is going to be a presence roll to see how you are, and what else do you think would be part of this?
I am also going to add in my specialty training.
Okay.
Like I've always wanted to be a domestic trainer, so I think like I know that right way to
Okay.
approach like a wild domestic.
So whenever you are able to pull in your training, the D6 that or whatever that skill is. So right now it's a D6. It actually steps up a level, so it becomes a D8 because you're pulling it in your specialty.
Okay, so that'll be a D8. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dice. Also, can I also throw in a strongest domestic trainer also in there
Okay.
too?
So we have a D4, a D8,
And
and
2
a
D6.
where's the other D6 coming from?
The strongest domestic trainer. I get a D6 from that one also for my background, for my goals.
Okay.
So yeah, that's. Oh no, wait, that is that is only one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. I got a 6, a 2, and a 3.
All right. Well, all you needed is one. It looks at you, steps forward, and puts one hoof, one incredibly heavy hoof, which you realize its legs are pretty much solid metal. It puts that down on your hand, surprisingly gently. It knows how strong it is, and then leans its head down to you so that you can easily reach.
He holds the hoof there for a second, right? And he realizes how heavy this hoof is, and that Nordala is like going out of their way to not put so much weight there. He rests his head against Nordala's head and says,
You don't have to hold back against me, bro. You can be as strong as you want to be.
and he keeps his hands there, waiting to see what Nordala does.
It takes the hoof out and then slams both into the ground, which is shockingly strong. There's just a huge dent left in the ground. And it nods. So you have received your first Domeskai. Whenever you receive a Domeskai, either as a gift or through capture, you will see that you have shared stats. Bond is your bond with the creature. Attack means you are training and focusing on it being able to attack. Attack would be used in any role when you are making an attack. The other one is defense. Any sort of defensive rolls that you would make would use that one. Whenever you receive a new Domeskai, you will make one of those a D6. So you can either make a D6 bond, a D6 attack, or a D6 defense. So go ahead and choose which one you want, and we will move on to who wants to be next. Amber. Oh, Amber, yes. She motions for another assistant who steps forward and hands you the crystal. And just like with Drake, you can feel the connection click into place. You feel the weight of it. And easily you just think a thought, and this little creature that looks like a baby yeti who's got white puffy fur that's filled with dirt and rocks, and it's nibbling on one of the rocks, appears at your side and peers up to you lovingly. So this is Gravlin. It is a gemstone fae type.
Amber is going to reach out as she has been trained to do to like give him a finger to see if he'll nuzzle it.
It nuzzles and then goes right back to eating a rock.
Okay. She's going to pick him up by his armpits and put him over her shoulder and go, I love you so much. We're gonna be best friends for forever. I'm gonna take such good care of you. and I'm gonna make sure all your rocks are polished, and your fur is so soft. Oh my gosh! Ow! Okay, here. Yes.
Okay, what was that? Was that Amber or LB saying the owl?
Simon doesn't use his claws for cuddling.
Oh.
He said you're a good boy, right? Okay. Yeah, she'll start like fluffing up his little cloud sort of fur and like playing with his ears and like looking at his little horns and all the rocks on him. And I think, would she have any snacks on her for them? Does she know?
I'm assuming yes.
Yes. So she'd take out a little snack and give it to him and be like, okay, we've got to get to know each other real well, and then we're going to be besties, and then you're going to help me take care of all the other animals, right?
It nods and is eating. It's eating the new rock that you have provided.
Yes. I am going to up my bond.
All right. All right. Who's next?
Matilda, I'm so excited for you.
You go first.
Oh, you okay?
No. No. Thanks.
Okay. I'll step forward. I would like my Domeskai, please.
Oh yes. One moment. She motions, and the same research that you had, who've had you filled out all of the paperwork, comes forward, and gives you your crystal. Again, just like the rest, you can feel you being connected to this crystal and to the creature that it is connected to, and in an instant, a small rodent-like creature appears with wisps of smoke and just sort of this aura of mysticism appears, and it starts at your feet, and then it blinks out of existence, and then it's on your shoulder, and then it blinks out of existence, and it's on your other shoulder, and then it blinks out of existence, and it's on your head, and it peers down, looking in your eyes. Yes, this is Flitmonk. It is a luminous type. It is also difficult to keep track of because, as you can see, it moves at the speed of light.
Just like you.
I love him so much. And I will like kind of like play, like try to play tag uh as the Flitmonk kind of like dashes between like head, shoulders, and everything. Um and I will then pull out a small like fashion bag and start digging through it. Okay, so I wasn't sure what size I was gonna get for a Domeskai, but I did manage to prepare one, and I pull out a tiny beret. Would you do me the honor, Flitmonk, of being the first Domeskai that I've designed a garment for?
Let's make this roll.
Oh, okay. Why am I nervous? Uh, so presence, I assume.
Yep.
Presence, caregiver.
Caregiver, sure, that works.
And can I put my goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So it's the Fashion League. That is another 6. Oh shit, that's 2 6s.
Oh, double success. You hold it out. Both Flipmonk and the item disappear. And then standing in front of you in a perfect pose, wearing it perfectly, it stands proudly and beams at you. And then blinks away and blinks up on your shoulder and nuzzles against your face.
Oh. Kujo's heart is so warm right now. I just sort of curl up like next to him and just like sit and play and have fun with him.
And last but definitely not least, Matilda. And she motions for the last uh, researcher who steps forward and gives you the crystal. And you have the similar feeling that everybody else did. And in a, a small beam comes out, and sitting at your feet is this little owl with these big eyes that's staring right back at you. And Professor Laura goes, and this is Natlet, the air shadow type. Um, and it just stares at you and does not move.
Um, so I'm gonna look at how everyone else has been interacting, and they were immediately like super cuddly. Um, and I think for everyone, they can notice she's like very like pleased. I'm not gonna say happy. She's pleased for them. However, she's going to immediately stare down the Natlet back, and I would like to use like my presence,
Mm-hmm.
and possibly like my background to just kind of like communicate in eyes, going, "This is me. Are we good? Are you cool with that?"
All right.
And kind of like gauge it from there.
All right. Make that roll.
Sweet.
It's just a
Um,
moment where it's like,
you good? Can I also use? Okay, so presence, background. Are you okay if I also use caregiver just as
Sure.
like an honest like
Yeah.
this is what you're expecting? Cool.
Yep.
Sweet. Uh 7. Oh, I did get 1, but I got a 7 and a 2 for the other.
Okay. So you got a success and a complication. Um, it stares back at you and doesn't make a sound. Uh, it glides up and sits on your shoulder, but turns away.
I think that she's going to turn away from everyone else and then whisper, "I'll raise cities for you. I don't love many things, but I love you." And just very quietly be with that amount of acceptance.
It backs up and brushes its tail feathers against you, and then steps away. But is also showing nothing. It's just staring at everybody else.
I fuck, I love this. This is so good.
All right. That is everybody. I'm so happy again. Remember, anything that you do capture will come here, but these, of course, you can choose to either leave here until you need them, or, as a lot of people do, you can carry them with you. And As always, with all new tamers, we do make sure that you're set up to start your journey. So, another researcher comes out wheeling like one of those uh, trolleys, the big orange things like you see at Home Depot, whatever. So they on those are three big backpacks. She's like, so these are backpacks. They have camping gear. They have a bedroll. They have food for on the trail. Also, you are all given 3 standard issue capturing crystals to use. Should you run across one that you wish to capture, you are set up without having to pay. Generally, they do cost money, but we are providing those for free since you are also doing us a wonderful service by going out into the world and assisting. Yes, Amber.
Do we all get backpacks? You said there were 3 backpacks. There's 4 of
Uh,
us.
yes. Um, we do know that we had a special request from Reese, so we are working on that as best we can.
Thank you.
So that one, we're just putting in the the food you requested. Again, we did, as we stated in our letter, they don't last that long on the trail, but I'm sure you'll I'm sure you'll figure it out with your
Mm,
friends.
thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna head back inside real quick. We'll get that ready. You definitely can stay out here and get to know your new partners. Again, these are really big open fields. If you wish to battle each other or test things out, you are free to do that. That is up to you. I will check back in a few minutes once we have that other backpack ready. And if you need anything, just grab one of our assistants. Before I go, can I answer any other questions for you?
Do you need a garment designer for any future backpacks? Because those look a little rough.
Um, is it free?
No, but
Okay.
I
Um, just so that you are also aware that while the world is very different, funding is a problem forever, and we are a public
mm,
university.
mm,
So, somebody of your obvious immense talents
mm, thank you.
would be out of our price range, I'm afraid.
Oh,
So,
well,
unless you're going to do that for free, I'm afraid we will just have to stick with the standard issue that we get from the funding.
So I had an NPC.
Mhm.
Is Valeria nearby?
You tell me, is Valeria nearby?
I like the idea that she's like always maybe 15 feet away, like either like budgeting or going over accounts or anything like that.
Do you have a personal assistant?
I do have a personal assistant. Thank you. Well, let's see. Valeria. Hi.
Yes.
Hi. Yes. So thoughts on doing garments for free, just as a donation
No.
to the right, but the message of
You
bringing
We've had this conversation, and I don't want to have it in front of your friends, but I will. You do not have a brand. Being rich is not a brand. You have done nothing in this world. You have achieved nothing.
Oh,
I am
that's not true.
here on behalf of your family and to make sure that you have the proper start. This is not a proper start.
Hmm.
We've had this discussion.
No, you had this discussion. I was too busy building a brand out of being rich. So, that's fine. You know what? I'll turn to the researcher. We'll talk. My people will contact your people. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Matilda will turn to Natlet and go, "That's Valeria. We like Valeria."
I think Amber will turn to Drake and go, she seems intense.
I mean, really, when you got to deal with us, I mean, she's more like not intense, but very, very passionate about her job.
Mm-hmm. That's a much
Ve-
better word for it.
Very passionate. You know, she does. She once told me that I could not, like not do anything without telling her first, kind of thing.
Oh, are you okay with that?
Oh no, I'm fine. It was just really weird, when someone was telling me like, "Oh, Drake, don't forget you gotta work out at this time. Drake, don't forget you gotta get the protein brand ready at this time. Drake, you can't spend 15 minutes in the bathroom looking at your muscles. You have a photo shoot. You have."
Do you want me to take care of that for you?
No, I like some people putting at least some control over how much time I'm staring at my muscles in the mirror. It kind of sets me into a good routine, breaking bad habits and all.
That's why you like Matilda so much.
Until it keeps me on lock.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
She's so passionate.
Passionate spelled lowercase, in very small font.
The font size shrunk when you said passionate.
There's like spaces between the letters.
It's all wonky.
Parentheses affectionately.
Valeria looks at Reese. Is there anything else?
Oh, no, that was all. Thank you.
I did notice that had your eyes on that emerooch earlier. Is that something that you wish me to find out in the wild?
Yes, if you could just find one and just capture it and then gift it, that would be
Oh,
wonderful.
I'm sorry. I don't do that work for you.
Oh,
I have clear instructions that you are to understand how to do this process on
oh,
your own from your parents.
hmm,
I can
that's a
definitely
good
locate one
point.
in the wild. I will send out messages to see if anybody has any hints of where we could find one, and if you maybe you can convince your friends to go that way as well.
Hmm.
But I will not fight your battles for you.
Well, no, you fight my battles for me. But if I give you $100, will
No,
that help? Okay,
a
it's
hundred
fine.
dollars, Reese. $100? Is
Yes,
that
that's a handsome bonus for a one-time, a finder's fee, if you will, a Domeskai finder's fee.
you really don't know how money works? That blame that on your parents. This conversation cost your parents $2,000.
Oh, just to sit and talk, that's a little. Someone's overcharging, but that's fine. That's fine. Put it in a special fund for yourself. Yeah, get yourself a new garment designed by me.
Hmm. I have a brand to maintain, and you aren't it.
Suit yourself.
Valeria, I want to be your best friend.
Is there anything else? Or shall I start the research to find you your emerooch?
I would love that. Thank you so much, Valeria. You are endlessly helpful.
She turns and wanders off, her face in her books, and you can clearly see she's tapping on a cell phone, but they're all very quick. They're very quick in send. She's clearly aware of like how to get quick, short messages through that will not be interrupted or intercepted.
She's gonna find one of those for me and catch it. I'm so excited.
Can I ask a question out of
Yeah,
character?
yeah.
How much does a bike cost in this world?
Yeah, good question.
$20 million.
That's accurate. That's accurate. That's accurate.
All
That's
right.
accurate.
So, actually, one thing we do need to do now that you have everything, all of you can roll a d10
Ooh.
for me.
Oh.
All
Of
right.
course you did.
In fitting amounts. All right. So basically, multiply the number by 10, and that's how many dollars you have.
I'm a poor.
Multiply by how much?
10.
Oh, okay.
Is
I
it
didn't really think about
dollars?
that.
Yeah.
Ah.
I like reach in my pocket just to. I have more than one. Did I leave my card with my other bag?
What's the matter?
It's fine. They know me. They could just charge it to my parents. It's fine.
Wait, Reese, didn't parents say that they're cutting us off for this, that we're supposed to do it on our own money?
No, no.
No, that's
Uh, Val Valeria appears. You are correct, Drake.
yeah,
And
see,
she disappears.
yeah, see, that's no, yeah,
That's
yeah, no, yeah, because because like mom and dad gave us like $500, right? And she told me, hey, Drake, don't spend that money too crazy. I'm like, don't worry, I'm only gonna get what I need. So now I have $30 left,
oh.
and that's it.
Just that's absurd. I Valeria, question. The
Yes.
other 400 that I had in my pocket. Do where is do you can I is there more that you can forward me from mother and father?
No, you both insisted on doing that big expensive meal before we came here for licensing last night. And I did at that time tell you, remember, this is all the money that you have. And you said, "Pa, my parents will take care of it." And I once again said, "I'm pretty sure that's not the conversation that you had, but by all means, learn this lesson." Do you remember when I told you to learn your lesson?
I forgot what you just said. What did you just say?
Yeah, you'll
Oh,
learn.
it's
Enjoy.
okay. I can teach you how to budget.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. We don't use that foul language here. But
Matilda's gonna come up. Budget. Budget. This is gonna be a good time for me.
your hair is frizzy.
I don't care.
I look to the flip monk and I just say, I believe we have our first feud.
It nods, uh, pops over into Matilda's hair, runs around twice, and then pops back.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that. We gave your hair more volume, like it needed it.
I'm gonna beat your brother up, Drake.
I just slowly tiptoe behind Drake.
I'm currently having a question of my own morals.
Blood is thicker than whatever crush you're experiencing with Matilda. Just
But I'm
going to put that
cuter.
out there.
She is cuter.
Yes, but I did design your favorite workout shirt. You know that fabric. You know how much you love
I
it.
do love the feeling of
You don't need a
polyester.
shirt.
That's also true.
I literally don't have any argument against that. That wouldn't come off as creepy. So I will accept my loss here. Just step away.
If it helps, I like the feeling of the polyester against my chest hairs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know it's why I make all of them out of that same material.
Drake, do you want to go frolic?
I thought you'd never ask.
Just
Poor Amber, trying to be like, help. Please help.
Yeah, I will take Gravelin out into the field, and I assume they're like a little
Oh yeah.
yes, just running
he-
through.
Drake will just run across the fields with Dordala, just trying to like outpace them, and then eventually just gets into them being really competitive with each other, or just trying to outbeat each other from point A to point B.
I'm teaching Flipmunk. Okay, so the runway extends out about 30 to 50 feet. You have that whole space to make the best impression that you can with what garment you are exemplifying. So let us talk about the runway walk. And basically, my training is runway walk.
And then Matilda's in the corner, finding some shadow to make sure that we're both comfortable. And then just looks like we're staring eye to eye again, just big eye to eye. So the jugular is the easiest place to attack someone. It's just going through weak points on people and look other Domeskai.
Just
Oh
the
my
smallest
God.
nod.
All right. Well, why don't we take a mid-game break while you're all frolicking and training?
As Matilda trains the first ever Domeskai serial killer.
Assassin. Thank you very much. It's a career.
Well, we are going to take a quick break, so don't go into a place unless it is to grab a drink, grab food, grab a friend, or take a little stretch. I think let's stretch out our wrists today. That sounds good. Get your wrists a little flexible. And we'll be back, so don't go to place. Bye. Hello, welcome back. Greg, what we doing?
What are you all doing? You're all out frolicking and running around in the wonderful ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to? Anything more that you wish to do? Any questions that I can answer while you're frolicking and rollicking and having a good time?
What is the weakness scale? What is weak to what?
All right.
I was
So
wondering.
on each of your character sheets, you'll see the stats for your Domeskai, and it will say
Ooh.
damage changes, what it resists, and what it's weak to. Basically, when we do a battle in battle, I will make an attack. Every attack has a type. So, for example, Gravelin has Rock Throw as a attack, and it's a Gemstone type. So, if it resists, so if the target resists that type, you
Mhm.
step the damage die down for how much it resists. So,
Okay.
if you were to use a Rock Throw on Gravelin, it would be a D8, but it would step down to a D6 for damage.
Okay.
If it's an attack that it's weak to, you step up a level, so you increase it a level. So if the Domeskai was weak to Gemstone, it would start at a D8, and then you would raise it a level for it being weak to that type, and then roll that die.
Okay.
You roll damage die for every uncanceled success that gets through. So when you make an attack, you'll build a die pool. If we go into attacks, we'll talk about that. The creature defending will make a defense. Successes cancel each other out. So if you got 3 5s and the defensive roll, they got 2 5s, 1 5 would be left over and would get through, and then you would roll damage.
Okay. Dope. Thank you.
Yep.
Drake,
Yeah.
I know you're frolicking, but if you want to help teach your brother a lesson, it might be beneficial to do a battle with him.
That is a good idea. You know, bro, he has a good head on his shoulder and
Mhm.
everything, but sometimes he just needs a little, a little boot in the pants every now and then. Don't worry, I got this.
Okay.
And he picks up Nordala, puts her over his shoulders, and like is struggling walking over there.
It's 1,000 pounds,
Yeah,
friend.
he's jacked. He's jacked. Boy's jacked. This boy's jacked. All right, and he's like walking over, sets Nordala down. Hey, Reese, you busy? Probably
Step,
not.
step, then turn. Okay, good. You're getting it. You're getting it. Hi. Hi.
Listen, buddy,
Mhm.
you're my brother. Since day one we've been together, and I know, you know, we got a strong bond with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see, obviously you're kind of anxious about going into this. So I think as your brother, I think I should, guide you into this world. And he puts a big old hand on the back of your head. And I should kick your ass. It's just like the time, when we went to the lake and you were really just scared to go in and I threw you into the lake. It's just like that.
Okay, I still haven't forgiven you for that one, by the way, but I understand your point, and I will raise you.
Uh-huh.
Us fashion designers have to take certain measurements.
Right.
I would certainly hate for some information to be leaked about measurements.
Dude, dude, just because, we inflated the numbers by like 1 inch.
Well, to some, that would be deceit of the highest caliber, especially one in the fashion department.
No, come on, you can't let
All right, fine.
Look, if people know that my pythons aren't really 42 inches and are actually 40 inches, that is actually a big blow to me, all right?
I always just bring that up because I know it makes you so anxious. Yes, that's fine. Um, Flithius, you ready to have your first battle?
Nods.
This is between Domeskai, right? Or are you going to hurt me?
He looks over at Amber.
No. That's the way his hands. No.
Yeah, yes.
Matilda's over in the corner.
Now he
Amber
looks
scoots.
conflicted. looks
Amber
conflicted
scoots
again.
over to Matilda and goes, "Remember how you told me I need to be more mischievous?
Yeah.
I think this is it. I think this is me being mischievous."
Amber, I never thought I'd say this. I am so proud of you.
Okay.
No, don't cry, don't cry. Oh my god, don't
Fine. Okay, hold it.
No,
I can
no.
get it together.
You
I
good?
imagine if this were a manga, right in the background behind Amber is just passionate, 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 passionate.
I
There's
just
the
see,
sweat lines going down her.
I just see this hard cut to when Amber tried to be mischievous before, and it was her like going into a classroom, taking a piece of chalk and breaking it in half and running out.
And now you have 2 pieces of chalk.
All right, bro. Here we go. Nodal, you ready?
Nods. You go to opposite ends, and your Domeskais square off. Just as you're about to call the first attack, all of the lights go out.
Is that like a part of it?
It's dusk, so there is some light coming in through the through the dome, but it is suddenly very dark in here, and you can hear a bunch of movement inside of the research center.
And I look to Natlet because this is more like their typical area, and then see if they can go kind of fly over and see what's happening.
Yeah, sure.
Do I have to roll a bond for that? Or no?
Yeah, it depends on what you want. If you're just gonna like gather rough information, I won't make you roll for that. Uh, it flies over sort of like where the research center is, and quickly flies back to sort of alert you that one of the research assistants is heading quickly out towards you all.
Someone's coming.
Amber's very close to you right now, Matilda.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm just very nervous. I know you don't like to be touched, so I'm just gonna be close. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just
You
I'm
good?
I'm a little nervous about the dark.
Wait, maybe I can help with that. I'm gonna call Flithius to me,
Mm-hmm.
and if he's like on my arm or whatever, just be like, you have a laser. Can you just sort of keep that in you and sort of emit light like a night light?
Go ahead and roll to see if you can make that happen.
Okay.
So you'll use your bond with Lithius, which is D6, and then
Okay.
what else do you think?
Presence and I mean, I guess caregiver.
Caregiver can actually performer, since this is something you want it to be able to do
Okay.
repetitively. Your specialty is a light show, so I would say that I would allow you to jump that to a D8.
Okay. There and there. And I don't think my goal or background would really
No.
factor in.
Probably not.
Right. That is a 7 and an 8.
Oh, well done. The light, Flithia sort of lifts off your arm into the air and just begins to glow intensely. And First it's just like everywhere, it's kind of blinding, and then it sort of understands that, oh no, this is supposed to be like a lantern thing, and then focuses it in, so it becomes much more of a flashlight, which shines on the researcher as the researcher approaches. Oh, oh, good work, good.
Thank you.
Uh, Unfortunately, the power the power is out. Uh, he seems incredibly confused and nervous. You can just tell, like, something's very wrong.
Has
Is
that ever
everything?
happened before?
Yeah, is everything okay with this?
It's not supposed to. We have our own generator. We have a fence. We have a. I hate to ask this, and you feel free to say no. I'm sure somebody will be able to fix it. But could could you go check on it? We are frantically trying to make sure that everything is fully backed up. We don't do a lot of computers, but when it goes out, we just need to make sure things are backed up. And we would be very appreciative if you could just go and make sure that the generator, on campus generator, is fine. If that's, you don't have to,
Well,
but if
I,
you could.
I think we can do that.
No, yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah. Right, Amber?
Amber
I
attaches
just.
herself to your arm.
Oh, okay. I'll just like bring Flithius kind of back down to keep that nightlight like on the side that Amber is on.
Yeah. It's okay, Gravlin. Like, she's like holding Gravlin in her arms, like, and he's probably fine. But she's
Yeah,
like,
it's fine.
okay.
He lives in
It's
caves,
okay.
so
It's okay.
Drake looks around. All right, Matilda, where are you at? Stick close to me.
So I was just about to say, I feel like Matilda is thriving right now and is like standing behind people like the grunge and just like just and just is like, I'm right here.
Huh.
But just like with the big messed up hair from earlier.
I
Oh.
love that so much.
Oh, there you go. Thought I lost you.
No, I'm pretty easy to find. You're just really tall.
That's how I can keep an eye on you. And he gives her a little pat on the head.
all right, you all sort of form a chain and walk out of the ranch into an pitch black research room. The hallway, it was a straight hallway through, and so thanks to Flipmunk, you can see a path forward. And you go out, and the entire campus is out of power. Um, the researcher says, "Okay, so if you take a left, go between the couple of buildings and up the hill, you will see the generator. The workers may already be there, possibly. If you could just, if they're there, just get a status from them, how long it's going to take. That would be great. If they're not there, just let us know what sort of damages there are or what's happening. That would also just be really, really helpful so we can let people know. Thank you again so much for doing this."
No problem.
You'll get the bill. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to bill you. That would be mean.
Or we could.
We won't.
I'm assuming you step outside and follow the directions.
Yes.
You
Just
head off.
clung.
You go between a couple of the buildings. You can see a bunch of people who are there. Students are around. They're just kind of like staying within their buildings. Sort of like not sure. Like, classes are canceled? Like, there a bunch of them are sort of deciding what are we gonna do next. In general, people are pretty calm. Power outages aren't highly like they happen because generally something's eating electricity. So most people are just like staying in place. And you go through, you hit the edge of like the campus woods, like there's a tree line, and you're working your way through and up a hill. And as you're approaching where they said the generator was, you see something that looks like fireworks. Um, Bolts of fire and bolts of lightning are basically being shot throughout the air over the hill. And as you make your way up the hill, you see in front of you some of what's going on. You see the clear generator that does not have any power. There is a large fence around it, and much of the fence looks like it's been melted. There are 5 campus workers who are keeping quite a distance from what's going on, and you quickly see that there are 2 sets of Domeskai that are fighting. There are 2 electric gopher type looking creatures and 2 flaming rabbit looking creatures. And they seem to be having a territorial fight over who gets control of this generator.
Huh.
I'm not ever going to be okay anytime we see more and more of these pictures.
I'm
Holy
so in love.
fuck.
Oh my god.
Wait, you said there's 4 of them? What a coinky dink.
There's 2 Bolfer and 2 Bunseer, which you
Oh,
know what
crazy.
their names are. So Bolfer is the gopher one, and Bunseer is the rabbit one.
Buns.
Okay.
And I shall put them on screen for everyone so you can see them.
They
Oh
are
my God.
so. I can't. His little arms.
His teeth are electrical socket thing.
Oh, God. Greg.
And then the other one is it looks like it's power walking through the mall. I love it.
Power walking through the mud. It's so specific.
Is it wrong?
No.
They're so cute.
Okay.
Well, it looks like they're having their own little dispute, so maybe we should just let them work it out between them.
No.
Amber, are you afraid of the fighting, the battling part?
No, I'm actually no. I don't want my baby to get hurt.
Oh, that's the case. Then let my baby handle it.
Baby, go. Like I'm ready.
So, as with all of my games, combat is one option you can definitely use. You can also come up with any other ways that you think you would want to handle this dispute. Battling is an option. Capturing, I will explain how capturing works. You have a crystal. The crystal has a rating that will be added to your dice pool. You'll see that every Domeskai has a vitality track. So they start at a D4 at full health, and then as damage gets off, that vitality die gets stronger. Vitality die will be used by the Domeskai in their attacks. As they get more desperate, they get stronger. But the vitality die can also be added to your die pool when you're attempting to capture them. The weaker they are, the higher the number. You'll add that to your die pool. That is not the only way to capture. You'll also see on your sheets, and every Domeskai this way, it has a capture rating listed. The number is how many successes you will need to be able to capture that. The lower they are in evolution levels, the easier they are to capture. A 1 means you just need 1 success. They can go up to 4 for some of the big ones.
Okay.
Is there any kind of way we can figure out what their capture level might be?
You can attempt to make a roll to see if you know sort of where they are in their evolutionary line. If you've seen these creatures or read about them, and that will give you a hint.
I will help someone if they want to look.
I'll make that roll.
Okay.
Okay, I'll help you then. So
Okay.
you can take a D6 because no.
Take a D6.
Sorry for doing those sounds.
Then I'll add another from mind, I'm guessing, for this.
Yep.
Okay, adding them from mind. I'm also going to add in my battler vocation for another D6.
Oh.
Okay.
Because
Sorry.
hey, I should know,
Okay.
what kind of
Sorry.
what
Hold
kind
on.
of
Sorry.
what is weak
hold
to
on.
what is strong against that.
Keep
what
going.
happened? Oh, okay.
Keep going.
I
I fucked up.
and
She used whiteout.
I
It's
just
super
love.
effective.
I love hearing Wally just going through this, and then LB going,
Hold on.
I was trying to remove the image so that it could just be the characters on the bottom left, and I forgot to save something, so it's fine. Just keep going.
And can I add in my specialty along with it of training?
Sure.
Okay, so that will bring my battler up to a D8. So that'd be 1d8 and 2d6.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 6 and a 5 and a 4.
All right. So you actually have heard of both of these before. Bolfer, is the first level, and so is Bunseer. They are the lowest evolutionary levels of those lines and should be very easy to capture.
Yeah, I let this know to everyone else. Like, yeah, these guys are pretty low level ranking. I mean, if we want to capture them, we could, or we could fight them, or, nah, or we can try to scare them off.
Okay.
And there's also like 5 workers who are standing off to the side who are just like
Yeah,
watching this happen.
these
You can
guys
also
look
talk to
like-
them and interact with them as well if you wish.
Amber.
I will also say, Drake, because you got 2 successes, you also know they don't belong here. Bolfer generally are found closer to Elvelopolis. That is closer to their natural habitat and rarely come over here. And Bunseer are found way up north. And it does strike you, because you rolled so well, that sticks out to you. Like, they don't belong in this area. They should not be here.
Oh, it's kind of weird. These guys are not supposed to be here.
What do you
Well,
mean?
No, one is from the far north, and the other one's over by the city area. The fact that they're here is unheard of.
Oh.
question.
Yes.
Is there a way to tell if a Domeskai has already been captured and is being used by another
Yes.
companion?
If you attempt to capture them, it will register that they belong to somebody else.
Interesting. Okay. I say, well, why not 2 birds, 1 stone? I mean, we can grow our portfolio, diversify a little bit, and also, obviously, stop the madness and help get the generator back up.
Okay. Who wants
Okay.
which one?
Well, if we're picking, I mean, I would love a little electric gopher.
I already think, and I'm saying this as I'm like scratching Flithius's like forehead. I'm pretty sure that that laser is technically electricity. So I think I'm gonna go for the rabbit.
Matilda will look up to Drake. Do you?
No, can't do. Can't capture any one of them. He folds his arms.
Why not?
That one's fire. That one's electric. We don't vibe too well with metal type. One overpowers the other, and then one is a weakness to it. Mess up the balance of the team.
Oh.
Wait, wouldn't you want a more balanced team with more options so your fighting is better?
No. I mean, he's got to be strong. I mean, you got to have one that's just really, really strong. That's Nodala. I don't need anyone else. I just need Nodala.
Okay, let me. So you're putting together a gym outfit, and the option comes up: do you just stick with the muscle shirt and gym shorts, even though they're all the same brand, or do you do your muscle shirt with those sweatpants that you really love that actually help you sweat a little bit more, but it's a different brand?
I really do love my pink sweatpants.
You're welcome. That was really fun designing those.
Those are great.
So point being, you could stick full brand, or you could mix it up.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass on these two little guys.
fair enough.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to try to get rid of them. Get them out of here. I just not going to do it by capturing. I got another idea.
All right.
because I can come up with ideas once in a while. I got
They're
a
always
pretty powerful brain up here.
You're so
They're
smart. It's like your
always the
strongest
best.
muscle.
It is. My brain is my strongest muscle after my heart.
Why do I feel like you looked at Matilda?
This is what I felt too. I felt it.
I definitely imagine you saying, "Unlike my heart."
I'm going to look to my Domeskai and go, which one do you like more?
It looks at you and it both uh both feel concerning. Um and uh what you do is when you realize like it's sort of edging away from them, you realize that both of them are lightning types. One is pure lightning and the other is fire and lightning. And Natlet's like, no.
Okay. Well, if you wanted one of them to be your friends, do you want one of them to be your friends? Because if not, then you have to fight it. And that's a lot.
It nods like I'm happy to have a friend, and you can decide. This is your
Yeah.
creature, so you can decide which one it's drawn to.
Okay, that's fine. I just didn't know if there was one in particular. Okay. Hey, Amber, do you know if there's any kind of research grant that if we capture Domeskai and donate them, we can get more capture crystals?
Greg.
Not that you know of,
Mm,
but also you've only worked with Dr. Ted.
Well, Dr. Ted always says that hard work pays off, so I'm gonna go with a solid maybe.
Amber. Damn it. I'm gonna stick next to Drake. I'm just gonna fight them instead.
Okay. Are you ready, Gravelin?
Nods.
Okay. Go!
All right, so everybody's entering into a battle with these, correct?
Yep.
All right. So how we determine initiative order is we look at what their speed die is first. So Flitmonk is a D8, I believe.
Trying to find it. Physical defense, physical attack, mystical defense. Oh yes, a D8.
All right, and I believe Gravelin's a D6.
Correct.
I think Nordala is pretty fast at an
D8.
8. Right? And Natlet is a D6. All right.
Yes.
So, Bolfor, Bunseer, Flitmonk, and Nordala all have an 8. Since they're all tied, we will actually roll a die and put them in order based off that. And then Natlet and Gravelin, you are on the same side, so I'm not going to make you actually roll because you two can decide who goes in what order. So go ahead and everybody roll your D8 and give me your numbers.
Okay. I got a 5.
I also got a 5. Brothers for life.
All right, so where's my D8? Okay. I got a 3 and a 4. All right, so Flipmonk and Nordala, you will go first. You are able to go out and call an attack. So you both have a 5. You can choose who goes first.
I'll let Reese go first. Actually, no, I think it'll be Drake who would go first though in this situation.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. I think what Drake does, he goes, "All right, Nordala, hit him with a sharp edge," and he points at the I think he points at the bun bunners
Bunseer.
Bunseer. He points at the Bunseer to do this attack.
So you will build your attack dice pool. So the only thing you can use from your personal character sheet is your
Mhm.
battling, because
Got it.
you are battling.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna use Battler, and I'm gonna throw in my specialty training also into it.
Okay.
So it's also a D8, so that's 2 D8.
So it just bumps it up to the D8. So battler becomes a D8.
Yeah. And
Then we go down into your things. So you'll see that it says sharp edge is a physical attack. So you take
Yeah.
your physical attack rating, which
okay,
is
my
a D8.
physical attack is a D8.
You will put in your bond
I guess a D4
and put in your attack.
and a D6. All right.
And then that's what you roll. And then you are going after Bunseer. So
Yeah.
I will build the defense pool. Now they are out of their habitat, so they
Mhm.
don't get a bonus from they actually get a negative because they're not where they belong. Physical attacks go against physical defense. So I will build up that pool. On my end, go ahead and roll, and we'll see where we end up.
Okay. Yep. There's a 4, 3, and a 7.
So you got one success of 5 or above, and then I will roll. They are not great at physical defense, and they're out of their habitat. They did not get a success, so one success got through.
Mm-hmm.
It is a metal attack, but Bunseer is neither resistant nor weak to that. So the attack goes through. It does a D8 of damage. So roll a D8 and tell me what you get.
I got a 1.
All right. You do a point of damage.
Yeah.
So the first Bunseer is a little hurt, but not too terribly. Reese and Flipmonk.
I'm gonna have Flithius sort of up to my shoulder. I'm just gonna say, aim that glorious laser, and I'm gonna have him use laser against. I'm so sorry. You've said their name like 4 times, but Bunsen Burner, Bunzier. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a
So you're going
lightning.
after the same one or a different one? The other one.
I'm gonna do the other one.
Okay.
All right. So I'm so sorry. I know you went through this with Wally, so I'm doing Battler.
Yep.
And then go down to my Domeskai to grab Mystical Attack,
Yep. So you use your mystical attack.
Bond,
You use your bond, and then your attack rating.
and Attack Rating.
For your shared stats. So your attack is
Oh. Where is Attack Rating? I'm so sorry. Demonstrating Evolution Rating. Oh, Attack. Oh, so D4. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. That's a 1, but I did get a 7.
All right. So you did a success. However, because Flipmonk is on your shoulder, when they turn around, you realize you are also in trouble.
Mhm.
And so I will give you a negative. They will actually get an extra die when they attack back.
Okay.
However, their defense was not. I didn't roll any successes on their defense. They are not weak to. Bunseers are not weak to Luminous. They resist it. So you would roll a D8, but you need to step it down to a D6.
Okay. So D6 instead.
Yep.
Okay. 4.
All right, you do 4 points of damage. Uh, so they don't have a ton of health. The one that got hit by 1, its vitality currently is as at a D6. The one that got hit by 4, its current vitality is at a D10.
Oh,
They don't have a lot of health.
okay.
So it's quite down. However, both Bunseer and all the Bunseer and the Bullfur are much faster than everybody else. So they square off. The one Bunseer that was attacked by Nordala turns around to attack back. The one other Bunseer that was attacked by Flitmonk turns around to attack. And the two Bullfur, one points at Gravelin and the other points at Natlet. So I will resolve the Bunseer first. I will build their die pool. So what you're going to do is Bunseer turns around and shoots a blast of fire. It is a physical attack. So you will build a physical defense for Nordala.
Okay.
While I build the physical attack. Again, they are out of their depths. They aren't in any place that can actually. They don't have a tamer helping them. They aren't in their natural habitat. So you can tell that these attacks are pretty random and wild. They seem sort of like scared and alone. However, I did manage to roll a 6 on my 2 die. So you're going to build your defense die for Nordala and roll. If you get any 5s, it cancels that attack out.
Do I add my bond to this too?
Yep. So it's going to be the same thing. You'll add your battler because you are in the battle. You will add your bond. You will add your defense die. And then since it was a physical attack, you will add the die for physical defense as well.
Okay. So, defense dice, bond, physical defense, battler. All right. Ooh, that is a 7, a 2, a 4, and a 1.
All right. The 2 successes cancel each other out, so the attack doesn't hit. However, you get a 1, which means Nordala, somewhat afraid of the fire because it is weak to fire. You're still new to training. Your bond isn't very strong. So it stumbles off awkwardly to the side, putting itself in a bad position. Flitmonk is also having a big blast of fire coming at you. It's an extra d6 because you are in a bad spot yourself. So you are going to build your physical defense against this attack. So you'll use your battler, its physical defense, your bond, and your shared defense stat. To try to resist it.
All right. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Well, I got no successes, but I did get 2 1s.
Oh no! Oh no!
I got a 1, so I'll cancel one of those ones, but it did get 1 success. So it fires off a blast of fire. The one that you got the 2 1s because it blinked off and blinked in front so that you don't get hit. Willingly to take the blast itself. Luckily, Flipmonk is not weak to fire, so I will just roll the damage. 5 points of damage against Flipmonk. So it starts at a 14. It would go down to 9. So that puts it in the D8 10 range. So anything between 10 and 7 means it's got a D8 as its
Okay.
die right now. The Bullfurs both turn to fire off shocks at Natlet and at Gravelin. I will just I will roll them together for ease. Again, they are out of their element, so these are not great rolls for them. But both managed to get a success on each one. So both of you will make a defense. Shock is a mystical attack, so it goes against your mystical defenses. So go ahead and build your defense pools. So you'll have a D4. So for Amber, D4 from Battler, D6 for mystical defense, a D6 for bond, and a D4 for defense.
Okay. 4 dice. Sorry,
Yep.
I forgot I was muted.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 successes, no failures. Woo!
All right,
Nice.
Hot damn.
Gravelin sees the shot coming and jumps back. The lightning bolt hits the ground and completely ineffective.
I got a 2 3s, a 2, and a 4.
All right, no successes. So one attack goes through.
No.
Natlet, who is weak to these types of attacks, so it is normally a D8, but lightning attacks are particularly effective, so it jumps up to a D10.
No.
Oh,
Oh boy, I rolled bad. It rolled a 1,
Yay!
so it takes a point of damage.
Never punished.
Please tell me Natlet still sells it. Like they basically just got shot.
Oh,
Dramatic little thing. Its big eyes look at me like Mama, how could you let me?
It does the most overdramatic
Princess
fall, like,
Jordans.
All right, now Natlet and Gravelin can make their attacks. Call out your attack against these two Bolfer.
Do you want to go first?
You can if you'd like. I'm still kind of looking, but I think
Okay, cool.
mine are fairly safe.
I think that Amber just goes, do whatever feels good in the moment. Go. I'm gonna. I would like Gravelin to use crack open, please.
Okay, so Crack Open is not a resisted roll. It does that to help itself. So you will actually build, since it says the set is used is physical defense. So you use Battler, its physical defense, your bond, and its defense to build your pool. This is not a resisted attack, so I don't actually roll a die.
Okay. And its defense. Oh, D4. Okay, cool. That is 1 success, no failures.
All right. So the effect of this is that your mystical attack and mystical defense step up, and the speed steps up. So those all become temporarily a D8.
Okay.
But the trade-off is your physical attack and physical defense lower a level.
Okay.
So your physical attack becomes a D6, and your physical defense becomes a D4. All right, that is your turn. It's not resisted, so they don't roll anything. You have just increased your stats and decreased the others to make you more successful the next turn.
That was so good. You're doing so amazing.
Matilda's gonna watch that and then point and go for the jugular. And I'd like to go with Shadow Punch.
Okay.
So I think that's a D6 for attack, and then physical attack is a D8.
Mm-hmm.
And then Battler D6.
Yep.
And then Bond, right?
Yep.
I did it. Ooh, 2 5s, a 2, and a 4.
All right. Well, it got no successes, so two successes go through. So out of just in the darkness, this thing is sort of focused on it, and this shadow fist just like appears at its side and hits. Because you got 2 successes, you will actually roll 2d8.
Oh.
Bolfer are not resistant or weak to shadow attacks, so it's just 2d8. And tell me what the number is.
4 and a 1.
So 5 points of damage.
Yes.
All right. So that one is quite hurt as well. It is now at a vitality of a D8 because it's low in itself.
Good job.
All right, and we will go back to the top of the round. So Flitmonk and Ardala, you are you are up. You can continue battling, or you can use your action to attempt to capture them if you wish. Uh, you can capture anything that's on the battlefield. You don't have to capture the one that you're fighting. You can attempt to capture anything that's on the field. Just tell me who
Um,
you're going for.
Drake looks over at Nordala, and then he looks over at the Bunseer. He looks at Nordala. He's like, "You're right. You do need a training partner." And he pulls out a crystal and he goes to capture Bunseer.
All right, so you are going to add in your presence because you are
Uh-huh.
convincing it to come onto your team.
Yeah.
Collector is
Okay.
for catching. Uh, the crystal itself gives you a d6. And are you going for the one that you were attacking that's slightly?
Yeah.
All
I'm going
right,
for
then
that one.
that is another d6 using
Okay.
its vitality score.
A D6.
If I remember correctly, it's in a bad position, so it's sort of off kilter. So you can add another d6.
Another D6. All right, cool. So 3D6 and 2D4.
Can we do what Nerdy just put down and our slogan is catch the all instead of catch them all? Please. Catch the all.
Catch the all.
Must catch the all.
Catch him or
Must
whatever. Catch him,
must
whatever. I
catch
don't
the
know. I'm
all.
not your dad. Ooh, okay. I got a 6, a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 3.
All right, you only needed one success. So you step forward, hold out your crystal. The crystal itself raises out of your hand. Um, and words flow out of your mouth that you know that you were taught as part of how you capture, but you never really thought about them before. They didn't make a lot of sense. And almost as if this is just a part of your DNA, you say this incantation. The crystal lights up, a solid beam of light shoots out, surrounds this Bunseer. In an instant, the Bunseer disappears off the battlefield, and you can feel the gemstone get heavier, and you immediately feel the bond with your new Domeskai. And it is registered as captured by you, and I will add that.
That.
When he realizes he catches it, he looks at the crystal and he goes to like it's almost as if to no one at all. He goes, "I did it. I caught a Bunseer," and he points the crystal out of some at like, but the way he's pointing is like facing directly away from everyone, so you see his back face.
We're still in a fight, Drake.
Oh my god, we're dying.
Bunseer has been added again. You can add the bond or attack or defense. You will also notice that Bunseer has a low evolution rating, so you may decide how you wish. And we'll move on to Flipmonk. Flipmonk and the other Bunseer.
Especially after Flithius has stepped in the way to prevent me from getting hurt. This is like one of the first times that I have experienced this like surge of protectiveness, and I immediately grab for my crystal
Okay.
to try and capture this guy.
All right. This one is more hurt than the other one, so it has a D10 for its capture rating right now.
Okay.
So you'll add your D8 for presence, a D4 for collector, a D6 from the crystal, and
Okay.
a D10 because it is weaker.
Oh, that is a 5.
All right, that's all you needed. Just the same experience that Drake had internally, you also have, where this ancient connection, this ancient chant, just flows out of you as if it had been in your body and in your mind your entire life. The light shines out, surrounds. You feel the connection, the weight of the crystal as it lowers into your hand, registering that you too have caught a bunseer.
I'm going to similar to Drake, as opposed to saying I caught a bunseer. A keyboard just pops up as he types in a name. This bunseer will now be known as Bunt, as in bunt cake. But immediately after entering that, he'll enter that real quick and then like run to Flithius to make sure that he is cared for because he took a heavy hit.
Yes. We will attend to that. The Bolfers are still faster than the Natlet and the Gemlin. So the one that hasn't been hit at all fires off another attack. A larger, a very large bolt of lightning slashes out towards Gravlin. They are not particularly great at attacking right now because they're on their own, but we'll see. All right. I didn't roll any successes and I rolled a 1, but still build your defense pool and roll because you may.
I did the same thing.
It's a standoff. These two creatures are bouncing around each other. Lightning.
Oh no,
is
because
hitting-
one of them. Oh no, my mystic defense is raised by 1, so
Yes.
so I roll a d8 instead. Hold
Yeah,
on,
could be
hold
different.
on. It's not.
All
But
right.
it could have been.
You two are pacing around. Lightning's coming out. Gravlin's jumping out of the way.
God,
without
this
any
battle's
damage.
so intense.
The other Bolfer, who is quite weak and has an extra D8 to attack with, is going after Natlet, who appeared rudely and punched it with shadows. Did get a success, but also got a 1, which will help you later. But go ahead and build that defense.
You did.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to fix.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. It was a mystical or a physical attack?
Mystical attack. It is a
Okay.
lightning bolt.
Oh my god. It's the same thing. I didn't even need to ask. Oh no. I got 2 4s and a 1 and a 3.
All right. You full on blast with lightning. Netlet is weak to that, so it steps up to a D10.
No.
9 damage with that one.
My baby.
My son.
Uh-huh.
No,
My son. No
All right.
mercy.
That is their attacks. Gravlin and Natlet, you get to choose. So Natlet is, I think, in the D10 range. So can use that for any attacks going forward because it's in a way. And Gravlin, the one that Gravlin's fighting, neither one of you have damaged each other. You've just been dancing around on the floor. So whoever wishes to go may go. Again, you can choose to capture or continue the battle. If a creature is brought to 0 vitality, they cannot be captured.
Ooh, okay. I would like to capture one of these. Would you?
All right.
I think I'm going to capture the other one. So depending on what you want to go with, I'll do the other one.
Do you want me to attack it and you can capture the one that you were fighting? Or do you want me to capture?
I don't know. I'm kind of mad at that one.
Yeah, fair. You might not want it
Yeah.
on your team. That's the only thing that I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, you know what? No, not that one. The other one.
I shall try to capture the one that is already hurt.
And then
Okay.
also it's easier for you to catch. So I got you.
All right.
you.
So it's going to be a D8 from its vitality, a
Okay.
D6 from the crystal itself.
Okay. And then,
Your collector,
okay. So D6.
your
Do I-
presence,
Um, I'm so present. What is my presence?
A D8.
Thank you. Would this give into my diversity and collection goal?
Sure, absolutely.
Dope. Another D6. Let's go. Okay. All right. That is 3 successes.
Oh,
Yay!
Nice.
Hell yeah.
You feel the words stronger. Your desire to care and understand these creatures is so incredibly strong that the connection is instant. The words, everything happens. You feel the weight of the crystal. You feel the warmth of the crystal in your hand as you have captured a Bolfer, which has been
Thanks.
added to your sheet.
So she like pulls it back in, and then immediately it pops out, and like the squirrel girl one, it like runs up around her, and then like goes on her shoulder, and they both go yay, and they jump in the air.
All right, Natlet, you can attempt to capture this last one or continue the battle. It has not been touched.
You know what? I'm gonna try to just catch it.
Okay.
Um,
You're getting no help from its vitality. You'll get a D6 from the crystal,
mhm.
D8 from your presence, and a D4 from collector, and anything else you think you can add in.
Can I use my goal? Because it's better than you. That's my goal. And
Yep.
I'm better than it because I'm trying to catch it at full health.
Sure. Absolutely.
Cool. Okay. I got a 3, a 5, a 2, and a 4.
All you need is a 5.
Yay!
This one, you sort of have a grudge. So the words flow out of you easily, but the bond feels a little weird.
Oh, I caught the other one that I wasn't fighting before.
Right.
Okay, cool.
But you still have a grudge against these creatures because of
Fine.
the damage.
Fine.
But even sort of being new to this, you feel the sort of comforting weight of it being captured. And they have been added to your sheets. So all of you can choose of which of the shared stats you're raising to a D6. The rest will become a D4.
Nope.
The only one where that matters if you make the bond a D6 is Bunseer, because it can evolve. If you make the bond a D6, you can evolve it, because that's its evolution rating.
I'm holding it up by like under the armpits, like Amber was before with the other one, but I'm just staring it in the eye and go, I will name you Beelzebub, and you will grow strong.
You feel electricity course through your system in sort of a it's gentle but also slightly painful. Like it is expressing affection the only way it kind of knows how.
I vibe with that. It's fair.
Okay. So what Drake does, he picks up this Bunseer and he like kind of like cradles it on his massive forearm. And like he just like sit there for a bit. He's like, all right, me and you, that's Nodala. I know you were pretty excited. You seemed like a real rough and tumble kind of guy, one that can take a hit. Just let you know, this is going to be rough work. This is going to be hard. And I'm going to train you to be the strongest Bunseer ever. Are you ready? Are you down for that? And the little Bunseer like fist bumps Drake. And my bond, I'm setting it to D6. So that as soon as that fist bumps happens, the Bunseer evolves.
All right. The light pours out from inside this creature as it begins to morph and change. And in front of all of your eyes, it becomes a flare bit.
It's so perfect for you. That's insane.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Greg, you're going to kill me with this art.
Put it on the screen!
I will wipe out the one and replace it with its other stats. Hold on, I need to get to that point in my document.
Can't handle it.
How tall
Guys,
is
I
it?
can't.
How tall is this beefy boy? Oh my god, I love him.
2 feet 8 inches.
Oh my god, this beefy little lad after he evolves, this beefy little lad looks up at me. I look down at it, and we do that whole. You ever seen that one scene in JoJo where Polnareff and Kakuyin are doing that handshake in the submarine? It's like that. They do a double fist bump to each other, clap hands back and forth, and they do the predator handshake at the end. And you see they both have like super jacked arms, even for like a little Domeskai. He has a super jacked little bunny arms.
So this is a much faster creature. It has a D10 as its speed.
Oh
It's
my
got a little
god,
bit more health. It's got brand new moves.
I love him so much.
Yeah, it rests fist bump out a whole new powered fist. Flames electricity supercharged as it's ready to go.
I love him. I love him so much.
I am going to. So just to double check, and I want to make, and I apologize. I'm going to ask like 20 questions.
Mhm.
I'm establishing what is getting the D6 and the others are getting a D4, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to bring out Bunt and just say, now, we're going to talk about that, but the lesson to be learned here is you are the big brother right now. You take care. I forgot his name. You take care of Flithius, and Flithius takes care of you. And if you need an example, look at me and Drake. So I am going to choose D6 for attack.
Okay.
Camera cuts to Drake and this Flamper just headbutting each other over and over again.
I know that Drake is the brains of the operation and I'm the muscle, but just for a moment, just really, really think about how best to look after one another.
Nods.
Amber
Can we-
looks at her new companion, her what is it, Bulfer, and she
Mhm.
says, "If it's okay with you, can I name you Cheeks?"
Nods
Oh.
enthusiastically.
Okay, so this is your sibling. You guys don't have to be best friends, but if you look after each other, I think your bond will grow, and then maybe you'll end up loving each other one day. But there's no rush on that.
You rolled so well. Like it is 100%. Whatever you say, it adores you.
Oh, this is the best day ever, guys.
So now that I have this little thing, I put it down on the ground and then I look up to my poor little, like, I imagine like smoke coming off of Natlet, and then I go, "You don't have to come say hello close, but you two will be getting to know each other. So be nice. Do not go for the jugular. Not with this one. Um, you are you two gonna be okay?"
They eye each other warily, and they look at you like, what's more important? We kind of want to fight right now, but we kind of don't want to make you angry. And they both sort of settle in this sort of quiet, like anime where the electricity hits.
Yes!
They're clearly
Yes.
mad at each other a little bit, but
This is my big break.
understand that there is somebody they need to listen to and
Okay.
back down.
I
I
just
love you both
imagine-
equally.
I imagine as soon as you look away, one of them just flaps the other one with their wing.
Also, can we name our other ones? Because we didn't name the other ones before.
You can do whatever you wish.
I'm gonna turn to the other one and I'll go, and your name will be Lucifer. Good. I'm just gonna start naming them after the demons, the princes of hell. It's fine.
He's a 1 foot tall owl.
Lucifer, correct.
I
Have you
love
not
it.
seen Has Been Hotel? No,
My
I'm just kidding.
cat's name is Abaddon. Yes.
Oh, I love this so much.
We're gonna have
Now
so many
that-
little characters on the screen. It's
We
gonna
are.
be
Now that
great.
the generator is no longer under territorial dispute, the workers turn to you like, "Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We we did not want to be a part of that. I'm so happy that you came on. We will get the power restored very, very quickly." Yeah, this is unusual. They should not have been here. I don't know how they got here, but we are so appreciative. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let Professor Laurel know that we will have the power on in 10 minutes.
Okay. She leans down to Cheeks and goes, do you know why you're here? How'd you get here, little one?
When you say that, you can sense a great amount of fear. Like that memory is traumatizing on some level.
It's okay. You're okay. You're safe now. You're safe now. Is your home in trouble? Are your people in trouble? Guys, we have to go save them.
You're right. We do have to save them.
The only thing you got was one response to a single question, and you have immediately made canon.
We have to travel to where they're from, and we have to save all of them. I will keep them in my home.
Oh man.
All right. What next as we start to wrap down this adventure?
We have to go tell the professor what we did and that the power is going to be back on, and then probably tell her what these creatures are doing over there, or what why they're here.
Yeah.
Why we
so you
assume
make
why
your way
they're here.
back- You make your way back slowly back to the research center. When you get there, all the power clicks back on. And she comes out to meet you out front. Oh, thank you so much for your assistance. Luckily, we didn't lose any saved data. Everything seems to be working fine. They got the power back on. Can I ask what went wrong?
I'd like to hold out Beelzebub by the armpits.
Uh,
Yeah. These little guys were fighting around it. Like they were trying to I asked him why he's here and he was very scared about it. So, I'm worried that something's going on with where they came from. But that's probably speculation, so
It is unusual that they're here. I mean, both of them out of their natural habitats would want to find a source of food. So it is fairly understandable that they would fight over the generator. It is the largest source of electricity and food in these places, but it is concerning that they were here. It's not unusual that they find themselves far from home. But it is a little strange. I will definitely look into it and see what we can find. I will let you know if we have any cause for concern. I don't want to stop any of you from starting your new adventures, although clearly you've already had one, and you have new friends. So I don't want to keep you any longer than you want to be here. So she brings out this incredibly ornate, heavy, impractical backpack. Here you go.
Thank you. Shoo. Good. All my supplies are in here. All my fabrics and needles and probably a portable sewing machine. But all the essentials. Oh, and
Uh,
like rations and food and
Drake pulls out his backpack and he opens up the backpack and starts assembling like this big, like tall pangolin case that he puts on his back. All right, bro. Got your carrying thing in here for you.
oh, thank you.
It's basically like Kronk and Yzma's
Yep,
thing from Kronk
mhm.
from Emperor's New Groove. It's just like that.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Well, do you guys want to camp outside tonight?
When you what do you mean when you say that?
Well, like set up a tent and like sleep in lavish style on the ground?
You said lavish style, but then you said the ground.
You said you only have like $100, right?
Well, for now, before this misunderstanding clears right up.
Right. I'm just I'm
When
thinking
you
that
say that, Valeria sneaks up behind Amber. That's all the money.
so it's just gonna be really hard to like find a hotel room like that. So I think our new friends, and she like motions to all of our Domeskai, and goes, they would appreciate being outside and not cramped in a room, you know?
Valeria steps back in. You could also stay at the Domeskai hostels in each city. They are free and are generally just great big dormitories. It's a bed.
Right. Or we could stay at the dormitories with a bunch of other people.
So we don't need this, is what you're saying?
Well, we will at some point. Not right now, if you don't want to sleep outside.
Where all the dirt and the bugs and the animals are. And it gets really cold. And just she's getting closer to Reese as she's talking about all this. Doesn't that sound great?
You know what? It does.
Mm-hmm.
I have grown in these last hour.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I have
Lay
learned.
down right now. Lay on the ground.
I will do that when it is time. We can't be camping here. That would be ridiculous.
Actually, we
Mhm.
could camp right
I-
here. We could camp right here. It's actually
We could
pretty
camp right
soft
here, says
ground.
D.
This is actually really excellent. It's nice and level. Of
Thank
ground
you,
for
D.
camping. Yeah, you're welcome.
Lay down on the ground.
You know, the hostels are so nice though. I mean, there's a bunch of other people, but like, I've never been in one before, and I would love to.
Yes, you know what? Let's do that because we don't want Amber to miss out on this experience.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Onward, Drake.
Pats the back of his head.
You head off the campus to the small, like college town that's around there, and make your way to the hostel / aid station. You go inside. There are a bunch of people working who are just sort of checking people in. There is an aid station where they will patch up your Domeskai for you. Everything here is free. So you can stay for free. You can get any first aid and medical treatment for free as well.
Is there a little center where I can take them to a nurse happy
Yes.
and say, please save my natlet?
There is a nurse there. He looks up as you approach. Ah, yes. Did you want to put them in your Domeskai in our care for the evening? We'll just go through the regular standard medical procedures, make sure that any damage is healed up, that they're well rested.
I'm going to come back for you. Don't forget about me in there. I know it will seem like she's talking to this, but she's really telling herself. I know it seems like a long time. I'll be back. take good care of him.
Yep. There are a bunch of other. It's not that busy. There are a few people in here who are all milling about. You see a couple of people just sort of chatting. And in between their legs, there's running what looks to be an electric dog.
I immediately looked up for art. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I can't.
Oh my god, this dog's at least 60 years old.
That dog has an IRA and a 401k and three grandchildren in college.
And then he goes, "Wah, bah, 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 bah."
He's giving the vibe where he starts a sentence with, "You know what I think about that?"
Back in my day.
Oh my
I love
God.
him.
I love
Okay,
eyebrows
Chiefs,
and
do you want to go play?
look like clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you set them down, they will all run off in sort of the center and play. We'll bring this to a close. We'll fade out as you are all getting rested, meeting new tamers, watching your Domeskai play.
All right. Yay! Thank
This
you
is
so
so
much,
good.
Rick.
Good.
This has been so fun. I'm so
Okay.
excited.
At the end of every game session, we have questions to ask to see if you get experience points.
Ooh, okay.
Question 1. Did we meet new Domeskai or learn something new about
Yes.
our own Domeskai?
Yes!
Yes. Did we work together as a team to overcome a major obstacle?
Mhm.
Yeah!
Yes.
Did we circumvent or stop a threat?
Mhm.
Yeah!
Did we learn
Yeah.
something new about one
Yeah.
of the player characters?
Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
A
First
lot.
episode for
Yeah.
sure.
Did
Yeah.
your character make a meaningful step towards their goal?
Yes.
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 All right, everybody get 5 experience points. How experience points are spent is any of the stats that you can change. So body, mind, presence, any of the vocations, any of your bonds, and any of your shared stats with your Domeskai. You pay for the die level that they're going to. So if it's a D4, you pay 6 to bring them to a
Okay.
D6.
Got
So
it.
you have 5 right now, which you will bank. You can bank as many as you want, and then you will spend them to raise things in that matter. The only things that really can't be changed is your background will never change.
Mhm.
That will always remain a D6 because it's where you came from. Your goals will also rarely increase. You're not going to be more pressed to go towards a goal, but throughout the game, you may decide my goal is no longer to be a part of the Fashion League because of things that have happened. I'm going to swap my goal out. You can swap your goals out as story appropriate, and I tend not to make people pay for that. But bonds with your fellow players, bonds with your Domeskai, the shared stats, your own stats, and your own vocations are all things that you can increase with experience when you have it.
Dope.
And then the final question of the evening is where you actually are going to take your crew has decided to go next. And this is something we can talk about at the beginning, but think about it. You can either head the 3 closest cities that you can walk to. If you head east, you will head to Vattenberg, which is the city of water. You can head west, which is Elvelopolis, which is the electric city. Or you can head south to Appletal, which is a farming land that is also known for its haunted hayrides.
All right.
Guys, my goth girlfriend really.
I
All right.
So we will
felt
think
it. I
about
felt it.
that, and the next time we meet, you'll set out on a direction and make your trek towards that area. All right, that brings my portion of this adventure to a close. We have started our journey in a whole new world, friends. Welcome to
Hell
Domeskai
yeah.
Tamers.
This is so fun. Thank you, Greg, for running this for us. This has been very fun. Where can people find you? What do you do?
So you can find all my games at Leatherman.games. Eventually, you'll find this game at Leatherman.games when everything gets sorted out. We will be kickstarting it. It will have a number of things that the exact amount of things that we're making will be in discussion, but it will have a lot of things for you to support, as well as all the beautiful art. It will be run through Japanime Games, who is my publisher. They do the physical publishing for Glitter Hearts, and they will be doing all the publishing for this game as well. Once we have the Kickstarter stuff, I will let everybody know, including all of you. It'll be on my socials. You can find me on Blue Sky and on Instagram mainly now, under Lysander03, and I will post updates as I have them about how you can support this game. And Drive Through RPG or HIO, if you want to support my other games, which are also on this channel, you can go back and watch
So
them.
good. Absolutely.
That's me.
There are 0 misses in Greg's games. So,
Mhm.
let's have everyone else go. Kujo, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I am Kujo. This has been healing for my soul. Greg, once again, has absolutely knocked this out of the park. I am so excited about this. Thank you for having me be a part of this. You can find me all over the place as either Kujo plays games for personal stuff, or you can follow Crit Hit Chronicles, which is my TTRPG actual play channel on Twitch and YouTube. Normally, Thursdays we are running Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press, and Fridays we're running Shadows over Baldur's Gate. This week we will not be because I am taking a weekend vacation. I'm going to be going to San Diego and away from my computer for a little bit. So I will be back next week where we can, go back live and do the thing. But this Wednesday, you can catch me over at Nerd Immersion playing some 2024 D&D. We just finished Fandelver and the Shattered Obelisk and lost 2 of our party.
That's
It
great.
was a very emotional end to that session. But in the meantime, please be nice to each other, and we'll see you guys next time.
I'm next. Hi, I'm Serenity. You can find me all over the internet as. Hang on one second. I'm getting over con crowd. Give me just a moment.
Oh, God.
God. Hi. No, you can't find me as God. That's not who I am. You can find me as Click Clack Snack all over the internet, though. I do a lot of TTRPGs. I do cosplaying. I also do 18 plus stuff if that suits your fancy.
Spicy.
Did you just say it like Tim Curry? Spicy. Love that.
Later.
You can catch me every other Sunday on Total Party Kiss running Tragedy of Theologian. Mass Effect Mirage will be coming back every Monday to Feywild and out shortly. And I'll have a new fun project that's going to come out and will be released with information, but it will be on Wednesdays. And I have some really fun people in that. And I have other projects I'm into that I love and adore and will come out periodically. So come check me out there.
Guys, comes to me. Sup, y'all? It's me, Walle, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. You can find me on the social medias at WALLE132, just like the cute little Disney robot. You can also find me Mondays over at GGK playing. Well, right now we just finished a previous campaign, but right now we're in between campaigns playing some Quiet Year to help do world building for our next campaign. We just finished our first session of that. We're going on for another couple of sessions before we go into a good old game of Fistful of Darkness. So come for the world building, stay for the cowboy yeehaw antics. Also, you can find me on other channels, other stuff, doing stuff that's really cool and really neat. I guess I could talk about it now. Yeah. I'm gonna be on the old Bard Rock Network starring in a new AP that they're running. Gonna keep that what that AP is about. Gonna keep it kind of secret, but it's gonna be very awesome, and I am very excited to do what I'm gonna be doing in that show. So yeah, come check me out on the social medias and follow me there.
And I'm LB Hackemup. I have been Amber this evening. You can catch me at LB Hackemup on Instagram and on Blue Sky. It's Hack Recklessly on YouTube and on Twitch. You found us. Here we are. Please leave comments and let us know what you think about everything. And we're just very excited. Then next time this channel is gonna be live is on Thursday with more themeless Thursdays. Friday, Ren and I are gonna finish Split Fiction, and then we'll be off for this game for next week. But we'll be playing Monster Con with some friends. So join us for that. Alex is going to be back, hopefully, as a narrator. So fingers crossed that he agrees to do that. I'm sure he will. But anyways, I guess I'm LB Hack 'em up. Hack recklessly. Bye.
Bye.